Okay. Nice. I think we're live. Let's see. Gonna double check the screen. Nice. Okay. So, hello
We're,
everybody.
yeah, we're live.
This is Neuralink's sixth patient, Rob Greiner, and he recently just got out of surgery and got his stitches removed just a couple days ago. So I'm very excited to talk to him. This is the second conversation that I've had with him, um, and I'm very much excited about the opportunity for all of you to ask questions as well. And I believe this is also going to YouTube. I confirmed that we're on X. Let's see if it's
Yeah,
working
I
right
got a
now.
notification on top that said YouTube. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Either way, I'm here. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm very happy to talk to you again.
Yeah,
So let's tell the audience like a little bit about your injury, and then we can talk about your surgery.
absolutely. Um, so I have luckily an incomplete spinal cord injury, um, C3, C4, um, and I'm actually really blessed that I'm not on a ventilator because a lot of times when it gets up to the C3, C4 area, it's you need to be on a ventilator. But I had the surgery done in Boise to kind of put the hardware in my neck and to fuse it, and then I spent 2 months at Craig Nielsen spinal cord rehabilitation in Utah, and that was a big blessing as well. Um, but yeah, living as a quadriplegic in the last 2.5 years is yeah, it's been interesting.
Sorry, I was on mute. So um, you sustained your spinal cord injury with slipping on some black ice, right?
Absolutely, yes. Um, I should have included how I did. Yeah, I was going back to Boise from Twin Falls area in this little tiny town where I live now, um, and I was driving on my way to Boise, but before I even got hardly far from my parents' house where our Christmas party was going, um, I slipped on some black ice. 6:30 in the morning when I woke up, just left. Then like I didn't know this place very well, and there's some pretty steep grades on the highway where my parents live, where I live now. And I'm very blessed that there was an ambulance that came and got me because there was a few other people that same morning on the same stretch that also wrecked, and it was a pretty sad morning for a lot of families. But yeah, totaled my car. I've never, I don't remember. I mean, I just remember slipping a little bit, and then after that, I was gone, and then came to, I think, like a week later, 2 weeks later, in the ICU. But yeah, of all the crazy things I've done in my life, I don't know how. A little patch of black ice. I mean, I grew up on a dirt road my entire life, and that's just that black ice, man. It got me.
Gosh, it's so terrible. Like just it's so easy to misstep, and even if you feel like you step correctly, like just it's so dangerous. Um,
Yeah.
Now,
So random.
earlier, yeah, earlier you were talking about the surgery that you had, but um, your actual Neuralink surgery was done
Mm-hmm.
at Barrow in Phoenix,
Mm-hmm.
and so the initial surgeries that you had were done up in Boise, and can you describe like each of those surgeries?
Yeah. So let's see, December 27th is when I had my accident, and yeah, they couldn't go to Twin Falls, Idaho, because they didn't have the surgeon for that. So then we went to Boise, but um, yeah, they just put some hardware. I wish I could have. I have a picture somewhere, probably on this device, that I wish I could find right now. The X-ray. It's just like a bracket almost, and just. But anyways, um, so that surgery was just for my neck, and the Neuralink surgery, which was, let's see here, June 6th is when I had my Neuralink surgery, and that whole the hospital visit and the surgery was like a totally changed. I mean, it was awesome. Like as awesome as it can be to get surgery, but I've never had an experience like that, like in the healthcare field. I mean, it was like I was so well taken care of, and I felt so comfortable. I don't remember my neck surgery because I was out, but um, having a big surgery like that, and I'd never had one before. Um, uh, but the whole procedure they went through and everything was so smooth. Yeah, I mean, I don't care about my. I don't really care much about that scar up there. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, I got the staples out. I think 2 days ago. Yeah, yeah, those things are gnarly. Uh,
I didn't
well, they're gone
realize how
now.
big the scar was. Like that's a
Uh,
pretty big
yeah,
opening.
I didn't know either. Actually, that was going to be that big. But I'm just I'm a participant, and this is. Uh, I was just giving away, what I could, and and they all knew what they were doing. I mean, there's so many surgeons. Um, yeah.
I
So
think you told me that there were like around 40, you think?
yeah, I was so. Um, oh, wish I had hands. I would show you the. They gave me uh, like a live sculpture of my head, like a bust of it, and on top they all signed. There's probably 20, but I think 20 more people or more. I don't know. The surgeon just said about 40 or something. But yeah, they're all watching live. Um, yeah, watching live the whole thing. I guess. I wish I could watch that. Be interesting. It's amazing how that robot just misses all his blood vessels, and yeah, it's crazy.
So the day of was an early morning, and then how
Yeah.
long did the surgery take?
So I got there at 5:30 in the morning at a Barrow, and then that for the first those 2 hours until like I got wheeled in, but so it was about 7:30. I think my surgery was taking place. I think. Um, yeah. So it was early morning, and then I came to around 11 o'clock in the morning after I got done. So it's about what they told me how long it would take. So yeah, and then I just stayed 24 hours, and I couldn't move my head, which was the hardest part. Was like I was on this like neck brace thing pillow, and I couldn't move any more than 20 degrees each way because of something to do with the when you open your skull open, the oxygen way above my head, but literally, but and figuratively. But yeah, I couldn't move my head for 24 hours. But once exactly 24 hours was up, I mean, I was out of there. It's awesome. Yeah.
And so far, the healing process, like you feel like no lingering pain. Um,
No. The only thing that was this is gonna sound silly. I don't know if any of the other participants could say this too, but man, the itching, the itch, like the itch, like not even like at the scar, like below it too, and on my neck was like out of this world. I'd never experienced anything like that before. It's terrible, absolutely terrible. I mean, maybe anybody that's had any surgery done on their head could probably tell me the same thing, but it was, that was the worst part. Everything else, just a headache for a couple days. But yeah, that itching.
and then actually using the device, you were able to use it shortly after the surgery.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we got down to business pretty quick, and that was awesome. So I forgot their names. There's uh, two girls that work for Neuralink that came in, introduced themselves, and they kind of they gave me the laptop, which is really nice of them, and uh, and then they kind of showed me a couple of things, but I didn't officially get to try it, until I want to say like a week ago, maybe. Yeah, maybe like 8 days ago. Hmm. Anyways, but it's been just a little over a week that I've been actually participating, and so yeah, just they didn't wait, forever because there's no need. Um, it's in my head, and besides some stinging, I was ready to get to work.
Nice. And the charging of it, have you been able to do that?
Yeah, you got to do that. You get about 8 hours, kind of. But the charging, the charging part is difficult because um, they give you a hat that you can kind of put this circle. I wish I could show you. I wish I had a pair of hands, but you can put it in a hat, and then when you put it on, it's right above your yeah, Neuralink, and it charges. If not, you can like put it on your head while you're like laying down on the side or something. But yeah, it takes about an hour to charge, and then after that, yeah, everything is just hands free. Yeah, it's pretty remarkable actually.
I'm going to
Uh
try to throw on stage real quick this clip of Nolan, the
huh.
first Neuralink patient.
Yeah, man, he's the man. He's like the OG.
Yeah, totally. His demeanor, I felt like, was very similar to yours, just super chill, easygoing,
Oh,
and wanting to be as helpful as possible. So
that's nice
this
of you.
is a clip. The charger. So he
Am I a
described with his
gamer?
mom.
Sorry, I'll answer this guy named Ryan's question in just a minute. But
Oh, okay.
but I'm ready.
Okay.
Doesn't want to play. Well, in the meantime, I'm going to answer this somebody named Ryan, just Ryan. He says, "Are you a gamer? Are there any games you are looking forward to playing?" Um, I've become a gamer. There's some games I can't play. very well. First person shooters are really difficult. But I've been playing the whole time I've been hurt. I have a quad stick, which is a device that you kind of move around, and then you can sip or puff on a few different things. And but yeah, I just finished this game called Baldur's Gate for the second time. But with Neuralink, I actually can do the same thing, but better. I can't wait until I get better with Neuralink because, um, yeah, it's just so much better than having, to slobber on some stuff. You know, everything's got to do with your mouth, and now I can do away with that, and I can actually go hands free. It's awesome. So, hope that answers your question, Ryan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that's good to describe like the before, the comparison of the assistive devices that you're using prior to Neuralink,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
yeah, just describe those.
Um, yeah. So just about my assistive devices or about video games in particular.
Both.
Okay. So the quad stick, I wish I had a pair of hands to show you what that looks like. I use just for my PlayStation 5. Um, but I've been a full-time student since I got out of the hospital. And so I use voice command and this thing called a glass house. And what it is like you put on like glasses and you move it, you can move your head around and your cursor's on there. So it's kind of like a Wii remote. And then you have this thing that comes down and it goes in your mouth. And then you got to bite it to click like a left, like a left mouse click. And so far, that's how, I pretty much got my associate's degree done with is that technology. So this is so much better. So much better. And then I had this thing like a mouth pad where I got 3D imaged. My scholarship helped me pay for this. 3D imaged of the roof of my mouth from my dentist. And then they make a custom and it goes in your mouth and you move around with your tongue pressure like a cursor through Bluetooth. And that thing's really cool, but it's just messy, and not hands free. And it's just, there's not a lot of modes or settings. Can't customize it really like you can with Neuralink. So that's the stuff before Neuralink. Kind of messy, and it all helped and it's blessed my life. Um, but I didn't join Neuralink particularly for me at all. I just wanted to help, but I'm very I love it. I mean, it's so much better than the other technology. But shout out to them for making it, those companies, because it did help.
And you had known about Neuralink for a while, like
Hmm.
shortly after your injury, right?
Correct. I tried to I tried to be a participant as soon as I got out of the hospital, and of course they're like, no, you need to wait a little longer because we don't know, what movement will come back and whatnot, and which is not a lot came back. So finally, after the third time, I think I reached out to them, and um, yeah, so Nolan beat me. I'm just kidding. I think Nolan's probably a lot better to be the first person than me because um, he just has he's just a lot better at speaking, and he's yeah, he's just a yeah. I think he's perfect. I couldn't think of anybody else to be patient number one now. But anyways, yeah, I've been trying. I was trying for a long time, the whole time, among
And I
other
think,
things too. I just wanted to participate in something I wanted to give back, and Neuralink. I mean, it's only going to get better. I mean, it's yeah. Anyways,
And the device that you got had, I think, 8 electrodes and 128 threads.
correct. I got 127 though.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the 128th, but it must have broke. I don't know how it works but yeah. So I have 127 threads, and I think each one of them does have 8 electrodes on it. So and that and you can see it on the screen when they show you. It's just the the feedback they get. I mean, it's just lines, you know, and like it's just lines across the string. Like, and they barely even move. I mean, they move, but like I can't explain it. But anyways, the software kind of deciphers it all. It's really interesting. But yeah, I got 127 of them in there. Hopefully, I don't
Yeah,
think they're going to go anywhere. I think they're in there.
yeah, I mean, I think it's cool that they're continuing to learn. You know, at the end of the day, these really are just trials. So it's not
Mm-hmm.
like a fully formed product. And it's nice that with every new patient, you get more data, more information, and they can improve, and they improve rapidly.
Yeah, exactly. What Sebastian here commented. He said, "What have you been told about upgrading down the line?" I've been told much, but the cool thing is, to get the surgery and all those loopholes that Neuralink had to go through with the FDA. So once that's settled, um, otherwise it's tech, software, it's engineers, and as we all know, the tech world is just every day it's just getting better and better and better. So I can only imagine, what's going to happen in the future with the Neuralink because they, I mean, the FDA is not going to like interfere with, you know, them upgrading and doing stuff. So it's just going to be great. It is great. So to answer your question, Sebastian, I haven't been told much, but I know it's only going to get better. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. So earlier, I thought that I was playing this, but I realized that I was showing the wrong screen. So I'm going to try to play this clip of Nolan describing the Neuralink charger, and you can share if it's the same as the one that you're using.
Okay.
Let's see. So let
Probably
me
is.
know if you can hear this.
Neuralink
Okay.
implant.
Okay, put the thingy in there.
Okay, hold on. I have to get the most important part.
Yeah, I got the
Oh, the
same hat,
charger.
same
Yeah,
charger. Yeah.
charger base, the coils and the hat.
Yep, that's exactly.
Oh, that's the charger base down here.
So then, okay.
So,
Yep.
implant disconnect. You see how it sits here? Magnetic, so it kind of fits on there really. And then it's the wrong one. Oh no, that one has it too.
See?
Cool. Just slips in that little pocket,
Okay.
and that
Here,
will go.
I should also see.
If you want to see, you won't be able to see it.
Yeah, because of his hair.
So could you hear the sound on that?
Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, it's exactly what I have. So far, that hasn't changed from him to me. And it worked. I mean, it works great. But I'm sure they're only going to do better things and better things. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how talented they are, and like I feel like how caring, at least what I've seen and spoken to, like the employees that I've seen and spoken to, I mean, they literally joined the company because they believe in the company mission to help people with brain and spine injuries,
Mhm.
and I'm sure or I predict that you've also felt that care from
Absolutely.
them.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's like, they're so interested in you as a person and how you are doing, just as much as they are interested in the feedback that you give them and the data. Um, Neuralink has been like so like accommodating to me. I mean, it's just and then right now I work with his name is Sammy from Neuralink. Shout out to you, Sammy. I think of him kind of as my coach. Like, he's helped me do everything so far past week. Um, and he's awesome. I mean, and everybody that's a part of the Neuralink, that from the healthcare. I mean, just the whole way up and down. I mean, it's yeah, and they don't make you feel like a lab rat at all. I mean, we're all here for the future, and I like what you said though, that they are, Neuralink believes, the people that work to believe on, and I'm right along there with them. I believe in Neuralink, and yeah, it's cool. Neuralink's great.
So if any of you who are listening in the audience have any questions for Rob, please feel free to comment them on X or on YouTube, and then we will add those as we see them. Let's
Yeah,
see
I'm
some.
trying to catch up with some of the comments.
This one, wow, we're already at patient number 6. Yeah, I think Neuralink's definitely making progress. I think there's going to be many more by the end of this year. It's going to be tough to keep track.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, more is better, and you know, and like I said earlier, I believe in Neuralink. I hope, and I know it's helping people. It will help people in the future. If more participants means it's just more research, and they learn more about different someone else's brain, or um, yeah. So that'd be great. I don't know how many the FDA's given Neuralink, um, but I know it's exciting stuff.
Let's see. Will you have the option? Okay. Also, SOV poker. Will you have the option in the future to upgrade the chip or replace it with a newer version?
Yeah.
Yes, I believe you will.
I don't know about. I don't know anything about a new chip, but I know the software that does all the heavy lifting. I know that's only getting better and better. So, but yeah, I don't know if in the future um, they'll have more, strands with electrodes, and I don't know all that, but I know that the whole team is very careful. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
they
so
keep you healthy.
I know like in prior presentations, Elon's talked about how the earliest patients don't want to be stuck with like the version 1 of the iPhone, and they want
Yeah,
to upgrade. So they're
I,
definitely,
yeah.
they have this in mind that they want to make sure that this is upgradable.
Hmm. Yeah. So yeah, it'll be upgrading. Tesla truck, nice. Have I noticed any time for selection? At the time from selection to recovery,
Selection to recover.
recovery from my surgery, I'm assuming. and selection. About a month and maybe a month and a half. Yeah, I think. Then I got the because I had to go get screened in March, and then I was just sitting and waiting, and then one of the gals, her name is Sydney. She's been with me the whole time. Shout out to her, she's amazing, and she gave us the good news, and then I was just stoked, totally stoked. But so that time selection from surgery recovery, yeah, month and a half, something like that. I think, yeah, roughly. Hope that answered your question, Eddie. But thank you.
Let's see. I'd like to know if you can play League of Legends.
Legends. No, but I play a similar game. I think it's better, but I play it used to be called Paragon. Now it's called Predecessor, and I think it's kind of like that. But yeah, I'll be playing that game for sure. And yeah, Neuralink, yeah, absolutely, yeah. If like I said, if it's first person shooters, I can't do very well yet, and I can't play any games like Elden Ring yet. Elden Ring is just a really hard game, but if it's on Steam, um, I mean, I'll figure it out. And then I also play, with my PlayStation 5 with my quad stick, and I can play all the games on that so far. But like I said, I've only been doing this for like a week. And so hopefully, or not even hopefully, I know that everything will just kind of get better. Yeah. Thank you, Katerina. I'm not going to try your last name, but thank you.
So I'm going to pull up this picture of
Okay.
your son.
Yeah, my little homie. That was that was my first summer out there. I guess. So that was 6 months into my journey. Yeah, he's almost 8 now. But yeah, he's been my little helper. I don't get to see him very as often as I should. But that's because his mother lives a couple hours away, so in Boise, where I used to live, before I got an accident. So I hope that would change, but his mother's taking good care of him. He's a good boy.
Nice. Yeah, I gotta imagine it's not only tough for you, but well, I guess now with the Neuralink, I should phrase it this way: is that with the Neuralink, it's not only good for you, it's also good for your son and those who are caring for you, your closest friends and family.
Absolutely. I mean, everybody has been so supportive. My son, the last 2.5 years, I always worried that I'm just not the father that like he needs or I want to be, and I just was in denial, and Neuralink kind of gave me a boost of like, you know, good things, good things will happen. I'll just keep rolling. I mean, everything. I just want to help people, and I want to be a better father. I mean, really, when it comes down to it, and I got to get a bachelor's degree because I can't be a dog trainer anymore. So, I'm a high school history teacher now.
Yeah, I think that's something that he can look up to is you're wanting to continue being educated and learning new things and still want to be, valuable and helpful to others.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I always look down on myself because like I can't move and I can't go fishing with them, but I hope that he will look at me and be like, all right, well, at least Dad's trying. Because I mean, he's such a good. My son is amazing. I love my son, and I I just want to give him everything I can, and I want to give everything I can to everybody else too. Um, yeah, this is just the beginning, so I'm excited. He's excited.
Has he learned about Neuralink more now?
Kinda. I mean, he kind of gets it, but I haven't shown him yet. I just got home from Phoenix last night, so when he gets here, hopefully next week. Um, yeah, pretty crazy watching his dad play games with his mind.
I know that's something that Brad's talked about. The first Neuralink patient with ALS.
Yeah,
And when I've
bless
talked
his
with
heart.
him, yeah, and when I talk with him, he says that, or I guess communicate with him. Like he and his wife say that their children are learning about Neuralink, and they start to explain it to others, and um, it's kind of cool that they get to be like have a firsthand insight into what's going on with this incredible technology.
Absolutely. Yeah. Brad is his whole story. I mean, I was already motivated before to hopefully get back and give whatever I can through that. But man, Brad's story really motivates me. If Neuralink can help, I mean, that's just, yeah, that's amazing. And having 3 kids, you know, doing, anyways, his whole story is pretty touching, I think. And and his wife is probably an amazing person. But seeing what Neuralink's doing for him, and hopefully we'll continue is like playing games with his kids. Well, that's got to be awesome. Mario Kart and being able to speak, well, through AI and stuff is just crazy. And then I think hopefully we're gonna help some blind people. Hopefully some technology will come out from that, and um, yeah, I don't even. There's so many directions that I think Neuralink is trying to branch out to help people. That I don't know them all. Yeah.
I don't know if you saw last night, I had posted some, or I guess maybe at this point it's 2 nights ago, but I posted like a list of things that Neuralink hopes to solve. And
Oh, I did
it's,
see that. I think.
yeah, it's like so remarkable how many disorders, diseases, illnesses there are. Like even just vision loss, hearing loss, memory
Mhm.
loss. And then there are there's just so many: depression, anxiety, seizures, strokes, extreme pain, morbid obesity, um, pretty much
Wow.
anything with the brain that could go wrong neurologically, like that's going to be solvable.
Yeah. Um, and if there's any way I can help, I mean, I'm up. I'm doing it. Hopefully, I can at least help one person with the feedback and data that I give. That would be totally worth it for me. And thank you, Sunstar. That's very sweet of you.
Let's see.
that made me happy.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
That's. How about this one? Is there some kind of group chat?
That'd be cool. I've yet to talk to Brad Noland and on a FaceTime or anything like that. But hopefully I can soon. That'd be awesome. If we could
Okay.
have just a big old chat, that'd be pretty cool. Got pretty interesting stories, I'm sure.
Have you gotten a chance to message Brad?
I've not,
Okay.
but
Okay,
I think you sent me the info a few days ago. It's just been really hectic to get everything done, and then right after I got my staples out, the 13-hour drive, but we stopped outside of Vegas to go to sleep at a hotel, and then drove some more all the way up to Idaho. And now that I'm here and I'm comfortable back in my place, definitely got to get to work. Definitely need to reach out to the people that I need to reach out to, and there's a lot of people I need to thank.
Well, yeah, I mean, thank you for being willing to do this conversation. Like, your support for Neura Pod is super appreciated, and I think like your mindset for wanting to help Neuralink as much as possible and future participants that will be amplified back at you in a positive way.
Oh, I hope so. That's awesome. Yeah, thank you. Whatever I can do. Yes, sir. Sign me up. Hopefully I'll be able to someday, have another implant, like below my break in my neck. Let's see if I can get an arm. Man, if I could have just like one arm, that worked great. I'd be a new man. I'd be able to hold a cup. I'd be able to, pet my dog. I'd be able to hold a fishing rod. I just need one hand. That's all I need. And then the whole world would be all different. Yeah. So hopefully in the future there'll be another little chip that they can just stick down there. It'd be great.
I think it's pretty incredible. Like, even the second patient, Alex, has he has control of an assistive robotic arm, and it's just connected to the Neuralink that's
Convoy?
basically the one that you have.
Is it called Convoy?
Yeah, that sounds
right. I haven't been able to see that. I don't know. I can't find anything about his journey or anything.
Yeah, he hasn't been very public. I know Neuralink.
Totally okay.
Right. I know Neuralink had shared a blog post. Let's see if I can pull it up, where they showed him controlling the robotic arm.
It's crazy. Yeah, because like I said, technology is only getting better and better, and there's no FDA to hold it back. So him being able to do that is great. Sooner or later, I mean, you'll be able to control a lot more than just like a robotic arm. That's just gonna be crazy. If I can have like an exoskeleton, like I said, just for one arm, that's all I need. If I get like Neuralink to connect to like a little exoskeleton for my arm, that'd be pretty cool. And then hopefully that would like be able to help people, who maybe even lost an arm. Who knows? But who knows what the future is going to be like? It'll help a lot of people.
I totally bet that they're gonna do like advanced prosthetics, and then like Elon even. And I was thinking like they would have. I thought Neuralink would manufacture their own advanced prosthetics, but now that the Optimus program at Tesla has really kicked off and is making fast progress, I think Elon's talked about having control of an Optimus full body, and then that would be incredible.
That'd be pretty cool. That would help a lot of people.
Let's
That'd
see.
be, yeah.
I'm going to show this clip of Alex controlling an arm to strum this guitar.
Nice. That's awesome.
It's just these small things, but
yeah.
Could make a big impact.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's so, yeah. Yeah. Like I said, it's only gonna get better.
Definitely. So let's see. It looks like there are a handful of you in the comments. Thank you for all of your support and commenting. If you have any questions for Rob, please feel free to drop them in the comment section, either on X or on YouTube. And then let's see. Looks like we have almost 1,000 people watching on YouTube.
Wow.
So
thank you all
great.
for watching.
Oh, actually, I got the numbers wrong. Actually, it's almost 1,000 on X. Almost. Yeah.
Thank you all for being a part of this. Hopefully, I'm answering some questions. And for you that kind of just joined us, if you need me to answer any question that I may have answered already, that's totally fine. I'm just here. I'm here to let you all know, how helpful. I mean, this whole operation has been already in just a week for me, and hopefully it'll just help a lot of people. Like we said, that's very exciting to me.
No, I know, like in our two conversations, you've talked a lot about helping others, and just that's one of your top priorities.
Yes.
And you've talked to me about your like religious background. Can you share more about that and what role that plays in your life?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been a Christian my whole life, and dressed up, went to church as a little kid. Rural Idaho. Our church maybe had like 10 people in it. I think when I was in high school, I grew up in this little town called Horseshoe Bend, Idaho. Graduating class of like 19 people, pretty small, and I think our church building was a bank for a while. The town was so small, but faith has a lot to do with why I'm here. I mean, I worked hard and played hard my entire life, and it's never, in my adult life, never just stopped to kind of just to cool down and thank God for everything, and yeah, this whole thing has just been kind of a something I really needed in my life, and hopefully it will help other people as well. I am here to give back. I don't feel like I've done enough of that in my life. Yeah, there's me being a ding dong. Just my poor basset hound. She tried. She tried to get across that river.
It's pretty fun. This was
it's pretty funny.
maybe pretty recent, maybe 5 years ago.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. probably 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Yeah. Maybe today or later I'll post some pictures of my past life, a couple more of them. What does Rob think about the possibility of being telepathically or visually linked to it? That'd be great, Chud.
Yeah.
But so far, uh, I'm just giving out data through my motor cortex. So nothing, no one's giving me any info. They're not getting anything like what I'm thinking. I'm just giving them info about like just my intentions of like a finger that I can't move, but I think about it, and then yeah, they have just I don't know, way above my head. But I just know that they're not I'm not linked to the internet like in my head, and I can just answer some questions. That'd be great. That'd be fantastic. I'd be winning Family Feud every time. Wheel of Fortune. I'll just do them all. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? That's a good one.
Yeah.
I remember when that first started. But yeah, if I could know all that kind of stuff, Chud, that would be pretty cool. But no, I don't think we're there yet. No one's putting anything into my brain like that.
Do you follow the advancements in artificial intelligence very much with all the like LLM models and ChatGPT?
Um, a little bit. I mean, I'm a full-time student, so ChatGPT comes in handy sometimes, but don't tell anybody. But I've used ChatGPT a few times. A lot of it's to kind of help me with MLA formatting with essays and stuff because it's cool to be a high school history teacher, and when you study history a lot, you write papers, and there's just kind of a way to do it, and ChatGPT kind of helped me do that. But as far as following along with them, I don't really know. It's I feel like Gemini is doing something, Chat's doing something, X is doing something. Yeah. So I don't follow along exactly, but obviously I use it.
Sure. Let's see. This question from Eddie. Apart
Mhm.
from gaming, what other personal passions will Neuralink help you rediscover? Are you planning to share your experience to raise awareness for others?
Absolutely. Um, that's kind of why I'm here. I'm blessed to have Neura Pod Ryan to help me get this out. So also thank Neura Pod Ryan here on the other end for setting this up. Yeah, I'm an open book to share my experience with. So hopefully some others, will know more about it, and will think about participating, and someday maybe insurance will be able to pay for it. You can get one or something. Who knows? But it's a lot better when you know I feel like I'm live with people right now, and I'm healthy, um, and I'm normal, and I'm not in pain at all. So, but as far as gaming, yeah, gaming's kind of a new little thing. Um, I don't know, being a father. Well, I mean, Neuralink would kind of help me with some of that. Um, I don't know. I've been a dog trainer my entire life, um, so it's been really hard to not be able to. So maybe I'll figure something out with that. Maybe I'll try to figure something with Neuralink to where I can. Uh, I don't know. Do something with dog training. It's kind of hard to do. I mean, because I can tell people techniques, but really, it's about you gotta show them sometimes and whatnot. But yeah,
There's some really out there things that I've heard of where people are saying eventually pets are going to have Neuralinks implanted as well, and then you'd be able to communicate with your dog.
oh, that would be cool. I got a little dog in my lap right now.
I mean, your particular implant, it's in a specific brain region, so it's
Yeah,
like yeah, you would need another one, but
yeah,
it could be crazy.
yeah, yeah. Well, if it's for the better good, I'll get another brain implant somewhere.
Did you have any actually, that's probably a good question. There's a lot of folks who have very real reservations about getting a brain chip implant, religious or cultural or whatever the reasoning is. So can you talk about the reservations that you had, if any?
No, really, I am just a redneck from Idaho. I mean, like, grew up drinking out of the hose. We had cows, pigs, chickens, horses. I mean, really. Uh, and then now I'm surrounded by tech, and it's just so no, I haven't had any reservations besides being the fact that I'm just technology illiterate kind of guy. But um, like my whole adult life is all been about dog psychology and figuring out a better and faster way to help people with their dogs. But uh, so no reservations, no religious. As long as I feel like I'm helping people, um, then yeah. Because otherwise, I mean, what I was thinking, even like in the hospital, I'm gonna be, they might not say it, but I'm gonna be a burden on, and have been a burden on some people. I try to be as low maintenance as I can, but still, I'm just quadriplegic, and I don't want to just kind of, you know, eat and sleep. I just don't want to be that guy, and so I'm healthy, I'm able, so I'm not just sitting around doing nothing, you know. But no reservations. I wasn't just weird. I wasn't even scared at all. But it's like it felt like I was supposed to, get it. It's actually a really weird experience. Like from the time I got screened, I just had this feeling like it was gonna happen. It was a good thing. And the whole time, um, I wasn't intimidated or scared to get my brain open, which is weird. You think I would? But it's just weird. But no, I feel like I was supposed to have it in. I feel like I'm doing it for hopefully somebody, even if it's one person. You know, hopefully Neuralink's just not like, you know what, this guy's a dud. He's not giving us nothing. That I hope not. Otherwise, that'll be a bummer. But if I'm given something, some information to, some data, X's and O's or whatever is all top of my way over my head. But yeah.
I think as more and more patients get these implants, people are going to be they're just going to become more accustomed to the idea, and then probably be more similar to how you and I feel about it, which is like, I mean, I am researching and learning about Neuralink. Even when I'm not actively learning about it, it's like it's just passively now everything that I see on social media and pretty much everybody that I talk to, they know that I learn everything about Elon and Neuralink that I can. So
Right.
I'm very, like, to me, the idea of getting an implanted device in your brain, like to modulate the electrical signals. It's like, okay, yeah, that seems reasonable, especially when the risk reward for, like somebody who is a severe spinal cord injury. It's like, I think the math checks out there, and in the future, it's only going to be more the case when there are more tests that have been done and more patients that have proven that it's safe.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know more about, way more about it than me. And yeah, I'm blessed to have found you. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce Neura Pod. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out. How do you pronounce it?
Uh, yeah, Neura Pod.
Yeah, not neuro.
It's it's funny, Hunter. Yeah, uh, it is funny where like I think I mentioned to you last time that I largely started because I was following a Tesla podcast, and his show was called Tesla Daily, and the host of it, his name is Rob Maurer, but and it's spelled with Maurer, and then everybody always
Maurer.
misspells his last name. Yeah, so
Probably
it's funny, like so many people misspell neuropod as neuropod, but it's just something that's, I think it's goofy to make fun of folks for.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
Yeah, it's no big deal. It really,
The A is there.
it's funny. Uh, I think the other thing too is like now I feel like Neuralink is becoming much more mainstream. I don't know if you saw, there was the CEO or founder of Scale AI. His name is Alex Wong, and basically he went on this podcast. I think it's the Sean Ryan show, like a big
Oh
podcast.
yeah, I watched John Ryan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so this guy is like probably 30-ish years old, and he's like a total techie. Like he started this big AI company,
Uh,
and he was saying, well, he wants to wait to have kids because he wants Neuralink and other brain machine interfaces to become more developed before he has kids.
wow.
And a lot of
That's
people
interesting.
are sorry.
That's interesting.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like a lot of people are making fun of him for it. A lot of people are like, well, that's quite the tech bro thing to say. But it's one of those things where I feel if he is talking about it on a podcast like Sean Ryan's, who, is
Mm,
not, now he's becoming more tech interested, but he's not really the traditional tech audience. And then you have
right.
Mr. Beast, who wants to do his video. He wants to do a video of comparing $1 technology to $1 billion technology. And he said he wants to have somebody who has an implanted device in the video. And that would
Oh
bring huge awareness to Neuralink, the
yeah.
company, and the technology.
Nolan and Brad would crush it. Be awesome to watch. That'd be awesome. Yeah, it would bring a lot of awareness, and yeah,
And there are more folks that I've been hearing where it is just becoming like something that people are hearing more about. And, it's like the bubble just starts to expand. If you talk to your closest friends and family, um, like the number of people that become 1 or 2 degrees of separation away from you or the other patients, it it becomes much, like that number becomes much bigger very quickly as they scale up from 6 patients to 7 to 8 to eventually 1,000. All of a sudden,
mm-hmm.
in just the United States, like you have a lot of people who know somebody who knows somebody who has one of these devices, and then they're probably going to become more okay with the idea of getting one.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see. So some folks, let's see, love to hear. thanks for the support, James.
Yeah, thanks, James. Appreciate that. There's been a lot of love over in the comments. My neighbor has yeah, I hope so too, James. Yeah, I hope so too.
That's one of the toughest things that I found is, there are so many people that are interested in the technology and have very real pain and suffering from their brain problems.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, so what's kind of unexpected for me was now I found there are so many people that ask about tinnitus. Like it's a sensation where you get ringing in the ears.
Tinnitus?
Yeah, exactly. Yep, tinnitus.
Okay, yeah.
So
It's no fun.
yeah, like I sometimes have it, but it's definitely not something that is bothersome every day.
Right.
But there are others who have it nonstop, and they say they have headaches. It's
Yeah, my
just a
gosh, I
total
can't
burden.
imagine. Can't even imagine that. It's ringing all the time. But yeah, I know what tinnitus is. That doesn't sound like anything I would want. But if Neuralink can help, that'd be great. I know. I mean, I just know from Brad's experience, James, that it's it's helped a lot, and for ALS, and yeah, like I said, it's only gonna get better. Um, I'm just a spinal cord injury, so I mean, it could be way worse. So that's another reason why I'm just like sticking in me. If I got to be a guinea pig or something, um, because hopefully it'll help someone who's got a lot more pain and suffering than me. Um, it's not even my pain and suffering; it's just my family and the people who take care of me. I mean yeah, that's just what they have to go through. Yeah, it's not my poor parents, poor dad. Uh, yeah, so there's people that have a lot bigger problems than me, and I hope that all this technology will reach them all.
And
Yes, sir.
your dad and your sister and your mom are your primary caretakers.
Yeah, I live out in the middle of nowhere, so I'm lucky. I have one caregiver. She comes. Shout out to Brittany. She's great. She comes in the morning, um, about 5 days a week in the mornings, and helps me with some stuff, personal care. Other than that, yeah, my sister still lives home, and then which thank goodness, that's like almost like God kept her here for me too. Poor girl. And then my dad takes care of me a lot. Um, so does my mother. They do different things for me, but I don't know. It's just I don't. That's just why I couldn't just sit there, and do nothing. So that's why Neuralink is really giving me a boost, motivation, because I'm not just a lump. Even being a full time student right now, just I still didn't feel very like I didn't feel like I was giving back to society like I should, and yeah.
Let's see, trying to monitor these comments. Okay, well, it looks like we've been going for about a little over an hour. We'll just do a final request for anybody who has comments or questions for Rob, then
Let her rip.
please, yeah,
How
please
would you
drop them
feel?
in the comments.
I was on the call. Um, Hunter. Um, yeah, Hunter Allen. I actually was today's session with Neuralink. He was asking me, um, like, how would I feel if Neuralink was taken away to work? Would you I'd be frustrated, strongly frustrated. I mean, I would be really sad because not just because I'm not giving back. I mean, I'm just a lump on a lump on a log, but with a brain chip that doesn't work and that's so. I'm pretty sad if it stopped working, but I think Neuralink's got I think they got the funding behind them. I don't think Neuralink's going anywhere. Let's just say that. Yeah, I don't think it's going anywhere. Um, let's see here. James. Oh yeah. Do you even wonder if this is... Huh. Yeah, kind of. Um, I mean, I just want to help people in any way I can. But the one thing I said it 100 times to everybody who will listen. The one thing that I would really love for Neuralink is like an exoskeleton for at least just one of my arms. That would be awesome. And then yeah, if you want to give me some arms, another arm and legs in the future, that's cool too. But I would love just one arm and one hand. I feel like I'd be a lot better father and a lot less maintenance.
Man, it's tough to not take those things for granted. Like I just try to make sure to remember to appreciate just
Yeah.
being able to pick stuff up.
Watch out for black eyes. Can't really see it though, but just be careful this next winter, people. If you live where snow is. But yeah, thank you all for listening. I'm not going anywhere, so yeah. If Ryan ever wants to have me on again, here at Neura Pod, then I'm totally okay with it. Yep. I'm just blessed that you guys chimed in and you guys have been really, really positive. I wasn't worried about it because it doesn't bug me, but I was thinking I was going to get a lot of haters, maybe just trying to politic, and I'm glad that we didn't really get any of that at all. And that's a blessing. It's a good sign. Yeah. So
Definitely.
thank you guys. God bless all of you. Thank you.
Definitely. It's so nice. I mean, I feel like the vast majority of the comments that I get are just super positive. They're
Yeah.
like inspiring and wanting things to go well for Neuralink and for not just the company, but the technology and obviously the patients as well. So
Absolutely.
as you share your story, I'm sure you will get a lot of supporters for the most part, and then
Yeah.
an occasional downer.
Whatever. This is part of the deal. This is
Yeah.
part of the gig. It's okay. It is okay. But like I said, I am just a redneck from Idaho. Population is 700, more cattle than people, town. And trying to think if I'd be anti, chip or taking over the world. I mean, I'm 35, so I'm not that old, but I don't know. I just wasn't really techie and stuff. So needless to say, if I went through with it, then and I'm sharing my story. Hopefully, it portrays to you all that I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting the stigma away. Like just kind of so people can hear from me or ask me questions and then hopefully they'll be like, you know what? I think in the future something like this could help me or a loved one or a neighbor, and they can all join, send some love to Neuralink, because, like I said, I don't think Neuralink's going anywhere.
Man, I came across a story like maybe just under a month ago where there was this girl who had an implanted device, and the company that had the device went bankrupt, and she had to get it explanted.
Yeah.
I mean, it was something that really worked for her. Like I think she had epileptic seizures, and
Oh yeah.
it helped with those. Man, to have to like be forced to get that removed, just so terrible.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
terrible.
that's like
It's
a
like
real
when
plus.
you get a real good. It's nothing like her story, but it's just trying to be funny. If you get like a real good plastic surgery gone right, things are looking good and working right, and then all of a sudden they like deflate, and that's a bummer.
Yeah.
So they're just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and deflate. I think you guys all know what I'm talking about, but I hope that doesn't happen, but I don't think it is. Neuralink's not going anywhere. I don't think it's going to become obsolete, and I don't think it's just not going anywhere. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a real plus that they have a lot of funding and a lot of
Absolutely.
support and people who are super dedicated to the mission. It's like as they make more and more progress, it becomes less and less likely that they're gonna go under or have issues.
Yeah, I know they want the robot to do a lot more of the heavy lifting too. Um, yeah, yeah. I wish I knew. Wish I knew more. What it's like in the OR. That'd be great. I'm the wrong guy to talk to about that, because I had about 40 surgeons look at or watch live my brain surgery, but I was not one of them. So thank you, Neo. Man, you guys are all awesome. Thank you all. I hope this helps anybody that's in the comment section. I hope this will help somebody in the future that you guys know.
Totally. I think it definitely will. So thanks for having this conversation. Really appreciate you reaching out, and happy to do this anytime. And so, call to action. If anybody enjoyed this conversation or wants to support, please follow Rob on X. He may change his username soon, but it's Rob Greiner. And right now the username is Greiner _ RO52817. Let's see,
I'm sorry, guys. I just started X last month, and I didn't know how handles work, so it's really just generic, and I'll change it in the future. I apologize. That's a really annoying handle now that I know how it works. I got a Facebook too, but I barely do anything on it. I'm not that kind of guy. But yeah. But yeah, thank you guys. You guys are awesome. And I'll post some more stuff, some videos of me using Neuralink to do a lot more than just what I posted. A lot more, because I can do a lot more. So I'll be posting some stuff and maybe some things about my previous life, as I like to call it. But really, this X account, I've never joined X, or I'm not a public guy. I'm just a redneck. But this X account is mainly for my Neuralink journey, mainly for people to, see that I'm a normal dude and that Neuralink is not messing me up or it's not the devil. And And so this X account is really just to share the love.
Yep, I think that's a great purpose. Okay, pleasure talking to you, and let's do this
Yes.
again soon.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Ryan.
Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.